There are plenty of beekeepers that don't suit up. And I guess those are the ones that are further evolved in nature and they don't have that instinctive fear of the animals. I still do a little bit. The worker bees, which are usually the youngest ones in the hive, are working in the center area, feeding the larvae before they become capped. The queen bee can start laying eggs again, and then making sure that there's honey in the corners, and there's pollen stored on the side as well. Honey is the carbohydrate that they need, the pollen is the protein, so each frame in the center of these, they call them brood boxes or deeps, is like a self-contained nursery and has everything to raise the colony of bees on this frame. I helped to teach a class at the Botanical Garden. We're telling people how the bee works and what the life cycle is of the bee, the complicated social organization of the hive, as well as how you extract honey. The extractor works with centrifugal force. For a while I had a hand crank machine and you need to get the RPMs up to get the honey to spin out. Switching to a motor has made a big difference in our business. Here's an example of a frame that's been maybe half extracted, and it has some weight to it. And what we do is try and get these completely dry, and they're still sticky and they still have a little bit of honey, so they're called wet frames when they're like that. And we give them back to the bees and have them clean it up. And the bees make it completely dry and non-sticky. They're pretty amazing. So if you leave it on for 24 hours, then they completely clean it up. And if you leave it on for longer than 24 hours, then they start to fill it up again. There's a lot of maintenance in the hive, and when you find comb in a place that you don't want it, it's called burr comb. And we can collect this and melt it down. Typically the queen does her work in the center of the hive. Every year the color for marking queens changes, so last year it was white and this year it's green, next year it might be red. It's right on the back of her thorax so that beekeepers can find her more easily. This is one mark of the bees, is how gentle they are, how they call it being quiet on the frame. So even though they're exposed to light for the first time, they're being twisted upside down. As I look at the frame, they're still going about their work and kind of ignoring us and not flying up out of the frame. So consider these to be good bees. Around here there are really two periods of great nectar flow, and we're sort of at the tail end of a flow. This hive just got going in May. It will be ready for harvest as early as a month from now and as late as, say, the end of August. So we'll see what they can do.